Antarctica is often described as the most remote and inhospitable place on Earth, a land of endless white, of brutal winds, and of frozen silence. For more than 30 million years, this massive continent has been buried beneath thick sheets of ice, in some places stretching over 3 miles deep. To most scientists, it is simply a wilderness of ice and snow, but to many others, Antarctica is far more than that. It may hold secrets that could completely rewrite our understanding of human history and the civilizations that came before us. The fascination with Antarctica's mysteries began long before the modern age. In 1513, a Turkish admiral named Piri Reis drew a map that has puzzled historians for centuries. The map accurately displayed parts of South America, Africa, and astonishingly, the northern coast of Antarctica, more than 300 years before the continent was even officially discovered. Even stranger, it appeared to show the landmass free of ice. Modern science tells us that Antarctica has been covered in ice for millions of years. So how could this map exist? How could someone in the early 1500s have charted coastlines that even today are hidden beneath ice? Some argue the admiral copied his information from much older maps, passed down from civilizations that predated our own by thousands of years. This is only one of many mysteries. In 2016, satellite images emerged that seemed to reveal massive pyramid-like structures in Antarctica. Rising sharply from the snow, their triangular sides appeared too symmetrical to be explained as mere natural mountains. To some scientists, they are simply nunataks, peaks of rock that stick out from the ice. But to others, they could be the remains of an ancient and advanced civilization, frozen in time and buried in the harshest place on Earth. It is here that the legend of Atlantis often reappears. Plato wrote of a powerful and advanced society that was destroyed in a single catastrophic day, swallowed by the sea. Some researchers have suggested that Atlantis was not in the Mediterranean at all, but farther south, that a sudden shift in the Earth's crust may have dragged the island continent into polar regions where it was entombed in ice. If true, then the ruins of this civilization might still exist beneath Antarctica's glaciers, preserved for tens of thousands of years. Mainstream science rejects these ideas, but it admits one undeniable truth. Antarctica was not always a frozen desert. Millions of years ago, it was part of the supercontinent Gondwana. At that time, Antarctica lay farther north, bathed in sunlight and covered with thick forests. Fossils found beneath the ice reveal a land once alive with ferns, trees, and even dinosaurs. The discovery of petrified wood and fossilized leaves deep within the frozen interior proves that Antarctica was once green. If the continent could once support such rich ecosystems, then why not human life? Could civilizations have flourished here long before the ice came? Around the world, ancient monuments continue to raise questions. The pyramids of Egypt, the Sphinx, the megalithic city of Tiwanaku in Bolivia, the temples of Angkor in Cambodia all show evidence of sophisticated engineering and knowledge of astronomy far beyond what conventional history says their builders should have possessed. Some archaeologists argue these structures are far older than we've been taught, perhaps dating back to a forgotten age when human civilization was already far more advanced. If so, then Antarctica may simply be one more piece of this lost global puzzle. Even modern discoveries fuel the mystery. Explorers and scientists have reported unusual anomalies beneath the ice, vast caverns, magnetic disturbances and heat signatures that suggest large structures buried below. Some claim there are tunnels stretching for miles under the continent, possibly carved out long ago, and others whisper of entire cities frozen in the dark. There are even conspiracy theories suggesting that governments know more than they admit, and that Antarctica is heavily restricted to hide what has already been discovered. While these claims remain unverified, one fact is undeniable. Antarctica is one of the most tightly controlled and restricted places on the planet. No individual can simply travel there freely. Access is limited to a handful of research stations overseen by international agreements. This secrecy naturally breeds speculation. Humanity itself is a mystery. Officially, civilization is said to have begun only 6,000 years ago. Yet, anatomically, modern humans have existed for at least 200,000 years. That leaves nearly 194,000 years unaccounted for, an immense gap in our history. What were our ancestors doing during that time? Could entire civilizations have risen and fallen, leaving behind traces now hidden beneath oceans, deserts, and ice? If Antarctica does conceal such a civilization, it would help fill that silence in our past. Beyond lost cities, some believe Antarctica may hold far stranger secrets. There are whispers of ancient technology preserved beneath the ice, of machines left behind by unknown builders, and of evidence that humanity may not have been alone in shaping its past. Across cultures, myths and legends describe gods or beings descending from the sky, imparting knowledge and then vanishing. In India, the Vedas speak of flying chariots and cosmic wars. In South America, the Inca told of Viracocha, a mysterious teacher who came from across the sea. Could these myths point to encounters with something or someone far older and far more advanced than we imagine? If so, Antarctica, untouched and sealed for millions of years, might still guard physical proof of such encounters. All of this raises an unsettling question. What would happen if the ice continues to melt? Already, Antarctica is losing billions of tons of ice every year due to climate change. What if, beneath those melting glaciers, ruins begin to emerge? What if structures are uncovered that prove human history stretches back, not just thousands, but tens of thousands of years? The discovery would change everything. It would force us to rewrite our understanding of history, of civilization, and perhaps even of humanity itself. For now, Antarctica keeps its secrets well hidden. It remains a vast, frozen vault of time, locking away whatever stories it holds. Whether it hides the ruins of Atlantis, the remains of an unknown civilization, or nothing more than ancient forests and fossils, its mystery endures. But one thing is certain, the ice will not last forever. And when it finally melts, what is revealed could be more extraordinary and more terrifying than anything we've ever imagined.